What's going on, everybody? It's your host, the most TLC, coming back at you with the Wake and Bake episode of the TLC Genetics Show, here where we do strain reviews and various cannabis content. Before we get into this morning session, I'd like to urge everybody, check our catalog out, man. We have a wide variety in all different forms of cannabis, whether flower or concentrate. We have a wide scale variety of indica and sativa strains. So if you're interested in things like the way the cannabis tastes, the way it makes you feel, the way it smells, what the terpenes are, and or the said genetic behind that cannabis strain, then please don't hesitate to give us a like, share, comment, or subscribe. Everybody that does interact with the show, I promise y'all are appreciated. Alright. So we do have another concentrate review today. I got a little diamonds in the mix. So we're going to go ahead today and smoke and review the Pineapple Express. Well, this is the Pineapple Express diamonds right here. Very piney, citrusy like smell offhand. Yeah. We also reviewed the flower version of the Pineapple Express, so I will leave a photo next to the picture of the concentrate. Yeah, man, Pineapple Express is a Hawaiian train wreck cross. So that Hawaiian is a beautiful genetic, has one of the most wonderful tastes. You can find it in the Maui Wowie. You can find it in a lot of skunk strains. But yeah. So y'all know how we do it. I'm going to go ahead and take a dab. I'm going to give y'all my honest thoughts on the dab. And then we're going to go ahead and get into the genetics. All right, everybody. Cheers. Okay, offhand, first thing I would think is just the strain has a caryophyllene pinene combination, so I'm definitely getting gassy like hits with a with a background taste off the exhale of just sweetness, pineapple, I guess, fruitiness, a citrus fruit like taste on the profile. Very, very intense strain. Like that was my first hit of the day, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I mean, just look at that concentrate, bro. Right now, my body's just trying to catch up with that fat ass dab I just took. So, but yeah, psychoactive effects. You're instantaneously gonna feel stoned. There's nothing you can do about it. Feel it really right here below my eyes. Man, it's a good feeling though. But let's get into these genetics, man. Let's see what the Pineapple Express has to offer. As far as terpenes, if I had to guess, I would say caryophyllene, pinene, and caryophyllene, pinene, and limonene, or myrcene. Caryophyllene, pinene, limonene, and myrcene. Those are the four terpenes I'm gonna guess. But y'all already know, man, when I get the terpene chart, I will post it directly above my head. So the Pineapple Express is a 60-40 sativa dominant profile. Pineapple Express is a sativa dominant strain with a 60-40 sativa indica ratio. The strain is quite popular and has achieved recognition thanks to the stoner film of the same name. And I mean, bro, it's a lot of new generation smokers out there. If y'all ain't never heard of Pineapple Express, man, if y'all ain't got nothing to smoke, just one night, look that shit up on the internet somewhere and watch that and achieve some, man. Pineapple Express, it ain't the best stoner movie, but it is an instant classic stoner movie. With a lot of funny moments throughout that. But Pineapple Express still manages to offer a mild and nice body-numbing buzz, which is something to look forward to. This strain is offered in the form of well-weighed nuggets that looks like styrofoam popcorn. Styrofoam popcorn? Hey, whoever wrote this review, what was you on, bro? Styrofoam popcorn. It does not taste sweet, but it does smell funky with its citrus overtones. It has a lot of it treats a lot of medical problems, including anxiety and stress. However, it is even more effective to treat the medical problem. It's more effective at curing symptoms of chronic depression at the same time. If you're suffering from mild pains and aches, you should look no further. After a smoke, you will realize the Pineapple Express is calming and stimulating at the same time. Not only would it heighten your senses, but you will feel energized all the while observing an increase in focus, awareness, and creativity. Alright? Yeah, man, effects, you're going to be happy and focused. It helps people with chronic pain, depression, fatigue, loss of appetite, migraines, and nausea. The flavors are, I say citrus background, pine, definitely pineapple, sweet, tropical, gassy and earthy, aromas, earthy, pine, pineapple, sweet. All right. So yeah, that's the Pineapple Express. Getting on back to it. It's most definitely a very potent strain, y'all. 60-40 sativa, so definitely something good to wake and bake to. If you're not, if you're not like a legit stoner, man, I would say just go ahead and smoke the flower version first, because the concentrate is coming with a whole different intensity. I ain't gonna lie, but I definitely could smoke this before I got get to work. I feel ready to attack the day. Cheers, y'all. I gotta get up. Oh yeah, most definitely just a super strong cannabis strain, but you're gonna feel energized and ready to attack the day. So most definitely something I'd recommend for the morning time. Then yeah, the taste of it still the same. Gassy, earthy, with a hint of citrus or pineapple in the background. Y'all already know we do have some cannabis news today. So I got two hand-picked stories we're going to go ahead and cover. So let's see what's going on in the world of cannabis. Now, I'll be first to admit, running a business is hard. Working for yourself in general, in any form or facet, is hard. But just because you work for yourself and you got your own business, don't mean you could create or select your own rules. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's a certain guidelines and certain processes you have to follow, or this could be as a result, man. So we got a cannabis dispensary owner. He's going to prison for a $2.5 million credit card fraud. Man, so let's see what he did. Let's see how he finessed it. If he stole from his customers, let's see what he did. Yigashe Nazaran, a former owner of the Cannabis Cannabis Club, was sentenced Tuesday to nearly 3 years in federal prison for his role in bank fraud more than $2.5 million that helped finance his state-licensed marijuana retail store and 2 illegal grows. Oh, shit. The U.S. District Judge Michael J. McShane struggled to understand the motivation behind Nazaran's substantial fraud. Nothing he didn't suffer from a drug addiction, mental health problems, or a chaotic childhood. Instead, he had been educated as a veterinarian in his home country of Armenia before immigrating to the United States. You don't have a lot of excuses, the judge said, adding that simple greed appeared to drive the crime. Nazaran, who is now 45, and his accomplices obtained credit cards by using fake names to run up large balances with no intent to pay in what's called a credit card bust-up scheme. Damn. So at least they didn't rob their customers. I thought they robbed their customers to supply the money, but now what they did was they just ran them credit cards up until they could get that dispensary open. But my thing, I don't know how successful the dispensary is, but if you did some shit like that, if the dispensary is successful, pay the credit cards back and then you done. Then you can't even go to jail. But I don't know. 2.5 mil. I don't know if they was clearing 2.5 mil though. That's a lot of bread. It's a lot of money. Sometimes, though, a conspirator also reported unauthorized spending on an account and got reimbursed by a credit card company. All the accounts were applied for online using an IP address traced back to the Corvallis Cannabis Club. Man, you gonna do the crime out your dispensary, bro? Out your dispensary, bro? Go to I ain't gonna, no, first of all, we don't promote crime on the TLC Genetics Show because it's just stupid and you're gonna end up in the box anyways. But all I'm saying is this, hypothetically, if it was me, my nigga, I'm finna go to the library, to a public space with some public Wi-Fi. I'm not about to do this shit from where I be at. You got too comfortable, man. Nazaran and others opened over 100 credit cards as a part of the conspiracy, resulting in losses to banks in excess of $2.5 million, according to attorney Gavin W. Bruce. The money was spent on expensive jewelry, clothing, gambling, vacations, operating expenses for the Corvallis Cannabis Club, and to operate 2 illegal marijuana grows. One of the grows was blocks from the club, and the second was in Philomath, according to Bruce. Some changes in credit cards were issued in the name of a Ukrainian woman who wasn't in the United States. The charges were for thousands of dollars she spent on Amazon purchases that were shipped to Nazaran, including a $9,000. I can't pronounce that. That's that fancy stuff right there. A $9,000 watch and airfare, according to the prosecutors. He also used the money to pay rent at the Cannabis Club and rent for the utility payments at the 2 marijuana grows, the prosecutor said. Nazaran pleaded guilty in January to conspiracy to commit bank fraud. Bruce sought a 3-year prison term. Defense attorney Brian Border urged the sentence of time served. He said his client is working part-time as a limousine driver and is caring for his young son. Damn, his wife's co-defendant won't be released until 2027. Damn. She is serving a 5-year sentence for the same crime. She was sentenced in 2023 for a conspiracy to commit bank fraud, aggravated identity theft, and conspiracy to distribute marijuana. Okay, that's probably enough reading on this. But my question is this. Hey, man, how your wife get more time than you did? Anyways, that's just crazy, man. I understand, you had a goal you was trying to obtain with that credit card fraud, but you gotta understand it's credit card fraud. If you spending bread off a credit card, if you don't pay that bread back, then that bread was never yours in the first place to spend. You feel me? That's how a credit card works. So I don't know if like why would you not think America not finna track that shit, man? The banks finna track what happens with their money. So that's just crazy, man. Over 100 credit cards, but shit. By the time they get you out the box, hopefully you'll learn your lesson by then, man. Either you gonna have to find a slicker way to steal, or you might as well just give it up and just, it says you was working as a limousine driver, do your limousine driver thing, man. Support your kids and stay out. Got my dab loaded, man. I'm about to take another dab. We're gonna get on back to this Pineapple Express Diamonds. During the session, man, the intensity of this concentrate remains constant. I mean, you're just gonna feel super stoned, but you're not gonna feel like, oh, I gotta fall asleep and relax. Nah, you're gonna feel up and awake, but shoot, this one gonna have my eyes low for a couple hours. I ain't gonna lie. The taste of it remains constant. Mercy Cariophylline blend with pineapple citrus taste on the exhale. I always like Pineapple Express. The flower. I remember from the flower, I definitely liked it. I could get down with it. So it's dope. I could get this in a concentrate form and review it. We do have one more story we're gonna cover, and I'm gonna rate this strain, and we're gonna head up out of here. So let's see what we have. We do have a dumbass of the day. I ain't gonna lie. I don't believe in putting violence on anybody, men or women, because that's wrong. But when I hear stories like this, the urge to slap a bitch it gets strong. I ain't gonna lie to you, because you playing with children's lives, and that ain't what you're supposed to be doing. So for the dumbass of the day, we have a woman who put her little toddler, a little boy, on a dog leash, then gave him weed. So it's a good thing that the deputy said that she's charged, and this does take place by way of Georgia. Stories like this just make me want to slap the fuck out of a bitch. I ain't gonna lie. Like, how would you put a leash on your kid and then give him weed? Like, bitch, you need to be handled. Woman faces child cruelty charges after a video showed her pulling her toddler by a dog leash, among other mistreatment, according to Georgia deputies. The retarded 24-year-old bitch from Alto was subject of a child cruelty investigation in December after the Habersham County Sheriff's Office learned abusive activities had occurred in a home in Hall County, authorities said in April the 14th news release. The agency contacted the Hall County Sheriff's Office to investigate further. During the investigation, Hall County deputies said they found evidence that the woman gave the toddler a marijuana joint and let him smoke it. Have y'all ever had the urge to choke a motherfucker? Cause my urge to choke a motherfucker for some reason is just increasing right now. McClatchy News isn't naming the woman to protect a child's identity, and the authorities declined to comment on the suspect's relationship to the victim. The woman was arrested February 6th and charged with reckless conduct. Hall County deputies said she posted a $1,300 bond and was released from jail the next day. And one thing that pisses me off about this case, why the fuck is you gonna have a bond that low? The lady dragging a dog collar on the little boy's neck, the little boy having problems breathing. She giving the little boy drugs. Like $1,300 bond. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, what's this shit called? Habersham County. That is diabolical. Authorities also secured warrants for the woman's cell phone and Snapchat account, and also found photos and videos of the child hogtied with yarn and belts, according to deputies. Additionally, they discovered a video of the boy with a dog leash around his neck, which he was being pulled by the suspect, constricting the child's neck. Authorities arrested the woman again at her home April the 11th on a first-degree felony child cruelty charge, authorities said. She was taken to jail and released April the 12th after posting a $11,200 bond. She just keep posting bonds. And once again, this occurred in Alto, Georgia, which is a 70-mile drive northeast. That stupid fucking bitch. I'm like, well, I shouldn't even sweat it. Cause when other people, well, first of all, she gonna get convicted of this shit, and she gonna have to do some time over this shit. If not, then that's the biggest misjustice is to the kid. You feel me? But once she end up where she end up, when they figure out what she up in there for, a first-degree felony child cruelty charge, she'll get handled accordingly. So do what you can while you can, you stupid bitch. You better enjoy your bail, cause woo. Don't that just piss y'all off? How does that not piss you off? Children should not be harmed in any manner. Children should not be given drugs. Children should not be having leashes and be hogtied. Hell no. They lucky they protected their name, because I would have exposed the stupid bitch for who she was. But anyways, fuck that bitch. Should go to hell. Alright, man. We about to go ahead and rate this train and get up out of here. I ain't gonna lie, this one was real powerful. So we're gonna go ahead in the summary. We're gonna start with taste. In terms of taste, definitely Mercy Caryophyllene tasting strain with hints of citrus, like a more so of a pineapple flavored citrus that you're gonna taste on the exhale. As far as psychoactive effects, like I said, you're gonna be nice and stoned, but you're not gonna be slumped. You're gonna be more so awake and ready to get some activities done with your day. And if I had to give this Pineapple Express Diamonds a rating, I'd rate this a 9.89. Definitely A plus. Probably gonna buy some more of this before 420. 420 is only in like 4 days, less than a week. So I hope all my subscribers out there ready, man, to smoke it down. You feel me? But yeah. Anyways, that's been this episode of the TLC Genetics Show. Hey y'all, we hit 60 subscribers, man. I'm just so happy that people are taking their time out their day to even interact with the channel. So I appreciate everybody out there, man. We hit our goals, man. We hit it before 420. That's so beautiful. We were supposed to get to 10,000 views. Man, we at motherfucking 10,000 views before 420, man. Let me see where we at real quick, man. Just to show y'all how appreciative I am. At 13.2 thousand views. We are 3,000 views ahead of where we're supposed to be. So once again, I appreciate everybody out there take their time to watch us. If you like cannabis content, please, don't be shy, man. You can give us a like, share, comment, and subscribe. All forms of interactions on this channel is appreciated, man. Anyways, it's been your host, man, TLC. We up out of here, signing off. You know what I like to say before we get up out of here: stay high, stay strong. Most importantly, please stay alive. Peace.